Hey guys, and welcome back to another Access 72 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview. I'm here with Joe O'Sullivan. Joe, how are we doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm doing great, mate, and thank you very much for going on the channel.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Lovely stuff. So, am I right in saying you're a super middleweight who's 1-0?
Yeah, that's right. I'm a super middleweight, but I go up and down really. I can do light heavy or super middle.
Okay, brilliant. Well, I'll get into the question which I always like to start off with, and that is, why did you start boxing?
Why did I start? Well, I wanted to do it first of all just to learn to defend myself.
hmm
You know what I mean? It's obviously nice to know to do that, and then I got into it and I found a passion for it straight away. Really, I realised that like I thought it's something I can be good at straight away.
hmm
I just wanted to push my potential really and do as good as I can.
mm, of course. And so, do you remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
First amateur fight. Yeah, I do actually. I remember. I was 73 kilograms,
hmm
which I was
Okay.
quite light at the time.
hmm
I remember thinking because I'm quite a tall kid, I'm about 6'2", so I thought,
hmm
he's not going to be taller than me. I'm only 73, and then I got there, and the guy was 6 foot
Wow.
6.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was 76 kilograms. So I remember like I was asked you want to take the fight and all that, but then I was like, of course I do. So I beat him on a split decision, so
Okay.
I got the win. That was good.
Mm, of course. No, it shows the kind of crazy matchups you see in the amateurs. And so, what would you say from your whole amateur period was your biggest achievement?
Biggest achievement. I would say the quality of opposition I beat
hmm
because I beat some good kids.
hmm
Some I beat Northwest champion,
Okay.
national champion. So I beat some good kids, and I had a few goes in myself and got close to winning them as well. So I got competed at quite a high level.
hmm Of course. And so, how many amateur fights did you end up having?
I only had 23 amateur fights in
Okay.
the end because I started fairly late. My first amateur fight was at 19.
Okay. 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 No, that's interesting. So, because it doesn't say on BoxRec or anything. How old are you now? Out of interest.
I'm 23 now.
23 now, and I mean, it's not too late to be turning pro. And then, so why have you decided to turn pro when you have?
Um, well, I was gonna turn pro originally in COVID when I seen a lot of kids were doing it, and everyone was a bit bored and were thinking, what can we do? So that thing. But I'm glad I left it, because I feel like I've gotten a bit older, a bit stronger and wiser. So I think now's the right time.
Mm.
I feel good in myself turning professional right now. I feel like it's the right time for me.
Mm, that's good to hear. And I mean, of course, you managed to pass your debut with flying colours. And so, how pleased were you with your debut performance?
Um, yeah, I was pleased with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say I won fairly convincingly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had him down in the first round after about after about a minute, but then and then I was cruising through the fight. It was
Mm-hmm.
fairly easy, but then I dropped my hands myself in the third round,
Right.
and I got caught. But that was a lesson for me, and I
Mm-hmm.
got up, showed I can win the fight.
Of course. And so, just as you are in this early stage of your career, what would you say is your main motivation for boxing?
My main motivation, I want to be the best I can be, and obviously make my life better as well. Obviously, if I can do that to my family around me,
Yeah.
and obviously it's not all about money; it's
Mm-hmm.
about passion as well, and I've got passion for it. But obviously, giving your family a better life, and that is also definitely up there with
Mm.
one of the things I want to do.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Good to hear. And so, when I mean, you've got this fight coming up July 30th, I believe, and so
Yeah, that's real.
brilliant. And so, how's preparations overall been going for it?
Yeah, it's been going good. I've just been getting back into the gym because I had a holiday after my last fight.
hmm
The break was nice, but then I've been easing into it now and gonna up the training next few weeks.
hmm
Because about 5 weeks today actually that is. So got some good time to put in some work and yeah, looking forward to it.
mm Of course. And so, as you are just in this early stage of your career, would you say that activity is probably the most important factor?
Yeah, I would say it's activity, but I also want to take my time in the chance like learning between each fights.
hmm
You know what I mean? I'm open to see like for improvements every fight. I want to look at it and see what I can do better the next time.
Mm. Yeah, of course. And so you're working with M31 Boxing Promotions, and so what has it been like working with them?
Yeah, M31. Yeah, it's a top gym in Partington, and go there trained by Gary Booth.
Mm-hmm.
He's done well with me. He's got me in the amateurs.
Mm-hmm.
Got some good experience, good fights, and yeah, I'm enjoying myself training.
Mm. Brilliant. And so, just for yourself as a fighter, what would you say makes yourself interesting as a fighter?
I think the fact that I can mix up and fight all different styles.
Mm-hmm.
I can fight on the inside and I can fight on the outside. I'm not one dimensional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to put on a good show, and I think I'm fighting anyway.
Mm. That's good to hear. And so, is there any kind of maybe fighter that you look at stylistic wise that you could possibly compare yourself to a little bit?
Stylistic wise, I'm not sure really. I like to take bits from each fighters,
Mm.
but I'm my own fighter really. So everyone's different in their own right. But for sure, I like to learn from a different types of fighters for
Mm.
sure.
Of course. And so, as you are going to be, like you said, you can campaign maybe a little bit of a higher weight, but you are currently campaigning at super middleweight. Is there a possibility that when you maybe grow out a little bit or just get more used to it, you probably will be ending up maybe going for titles in the light heavyweight division?
Yeah, I would say that's definitely a possibility when I'm older. I mean, my next fight, I've seen the opponent actually weighs light heavyweight,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just sort of like keeping my weight for this fight and not having to cut because I can even make super middle quite easy really. Like I always stay near the weight. You know what I mean? I don't balloon up or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But this next fight is light heavy anyway, so I'm just going to keep my natural weight.
Mm. Of course, and I mean you are, like I've mentioned, you are not overly too old, and you're quite young going into the professional side of things. And just for maybe any distractions that you might face outside of your boxing career, like the things everybody does when they're a young person and going out and all of that, how difficult can it be to kind of stay locked in and stay focused in them times where maybe people are encouraging you to do otherwise?
It's been like I would say it was more difficult when I was younger, but like you get to a point where you realise you're old enough and you got dreams to chase. Like you got to go for what you want. You know what I mean? Like there's always a party every weekend, so I'm locked in to go and get what I want.
Mm. Amazing. And so, just to speak about what do you want, how far do you believe you can go in the sport?
I believe I can go very far. I want to start off small by just obviously getting my first title,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. But I want the end goal of being a world champion, and I work hard towards that every day.
Mm. Brilliant, lovely stuff. Well, I'll leave it just final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
Yeah, I want to say thanks to my sponsors because I've had a few recently, which I got on board. United Fan Culture, they've helped me out. They've um, they've been good to me. All the United fans, it's got some good footage on there. And then Manchester Meal Preps saw me out with some good food. And Luke does hair at Dean's Barbers as well. Also, thanks for all your help, guys. I appreciate it.
Lovely stuff. Okay, well, thank you very much for doing this, mate. I appreciate it very much. Maybe a little bit further along down the line, we can come and have another catch up.
Yeah, of course. Cheers, mate. Thanks for the help.
Lovely stuff. And so, if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and thanks.